I hope y'all ready for this one. We dropping it. 300 in the building, put 4 in the air if that's how you're feeling. My wheel stays spinning, deal stays winning. I need me a grill so I can stay grinning. Cheese like cheddar, but better. I'm trading my truck for a fold-over Beretta and make that mozzarella with my ladies and the fellas and Jamil's aviator. Hendon Roxy got the Jetta with the double ski racks and the hum on the hat. She be coming round the mountain, woo, you ready for that? Get in the back, tell her where you about to be at. I guarantee with the speed, giving up the contact in 4 feet, stomping like y'all be the Flintstones. I'm going back, hotter than the fire, brimstone, stack 2 racks. Ronnie about to give me a shirt, cause even he know the 300 putting in work. I'm gone. I never once said that I want a Democrat to suffer. I never said only Republicans should win. And I know a lot of Democrats out there want Republicans to suffer just because we support Trump. And I'm gonna tell people like this. It's not that they were voting for Kamala. People were just voting against Trump. They didn't care if a turtle was running. They would have voted for the turtle other than Trump. That's why Kamala didn't win. Nobody really knew who she was. She had no true platform. And Trump, and even on ABC, now I was watching ABC. Usually I watch Fox, but I said, let me watch ABC. Man, them people are gaslighting, man, gaslighting. They're like, oh, look at the divide. Wait a minute. You go speak to the community. You can take any camera in any community. We were all for making this economy better. We were all for getting jobs back in America. We were all for getting prices down. We are all for that. Where is the divide? This is how they were trying to create the divide. Look at the way black people voted. Look at the way white people voted. Look at the way men voted. Look at the way women voted. We're divided. They were trying to gaslight people to make them think the divide was because we're all different people. We're always going to be different, but we're fighting for the same thing. They want to say, oh, well, you know, Biden had more black men than Kamala because black men are divided on Trump. No. I watched ABC. I didn't watch Fox like I normally do. I said, let me watch ABC to see what they say. Man, it was straight gaslighting the whole time. They never once brought up like anything positive about her. It was always something negative about this country, negative about Trump. There was nothing positive about her being the president or her, what she needs to do to win. And this is why they lost. And I'm not saying, you know, America lost. I think America won. But this little evil power that they try to say, oh, yeah, you know, Trump's going to take away your medical rights. You won't have the right to do this to your own body. Remember, this is the same party who told us that we needed to get an injection in order to have a job. This is the same. We didn't forget. This is the same party that tried to tell us that our medical rights were not within us, but were within the government to tell us what to do, and our employers to tell us what to do with our bodies, whether or not we wanted something experimental in our bodies. This was the party that said that, but yet they're trying to sell. Oh, Trump's not going to give you medical autonomy. He's not going to allow you to do what you want to do with your body. All Trump said is, hey, man, we're going to give it to the states. The federal government should not be involved in your family issues. The Fed should not be in your house. The federal government should not be in your living room. The federal government should not be in your bedroom. We're going to allow you to choose for that in your states. Everybody who had a ballot saw on their ballot that you could either choose in your state women's rights, or you could say yes or no. Everybody saw that on their ballot. That was a state issue, not a federal issue. And that's all Trump said. Yeah, my body, my choice didn't apply to that. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we kept saying the whole time. Why is it that they want to sell this fear mongering? He's not going to allow women to do what they want to do with their body. But we just went through a whole pandemic where they didn't allow us to make a choice on whether or not we wanted something experimental in our bodies or not. It was forced on us. It was, hey, you get free donuts if you get one. Hey, we'll give you a free lottery ticket if you go get one. Okay, well, if you don't go get one, you're not going to have a job. We're going to like start saying, if you don't have one, you can't have a job. That's how bad it got. That was the party who forgot that we remembered. The polls showed it. The polls showed that we remembered everything we just went through, even though they tried to distance themselves from everything we went through. They did not try to run on anything they did. Everything they ran against was about Trump. And that's why they lost, because they had no platform. If your platform was only, we're not Trump, it's not strong enough. because Americans came together. Americans, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, everybody came together. When I was looking at all the Republican stuff, there was so many different races in the crowd. It was predominantly white, but it was still so many races within the crowd. No arguments, no fighting, no yelling, it was none of that. It was what a whole event should have been like. A bunch of people coming together for a common cause. Let's get this country back on track. That was it. It wasn't, hey, let's come together and put somebody down. Yeah, let's come together and talk shit about somebody. Yeah. It wasn't none of that. It was people saying, hey, we just want to come in, see all the issues that Americans really have. Let's talk about the issues that Americans have. Let's not dance around it with rhetoric and prepared speeches all the time. Let's really answer some questions that America's got. So I'm sitting there going, if Trump, JD Vance, any Republican out there, that's why the Republicans were winning left and right. They were gaining seats left and right because they were talking to the people. People, what do you want from us as a government? What do you want from us? What do you want us to do? What are your problems? That's what was happening. Now, the Democrats, all they did was got prepared speeches from the Obamas, prepared rhetoric. There was a clip going around showing Kamala speaking at different events. Her entire speech was almost carbon copy. The intro, carbon copy, different points throughout, carbon copy. She was not asking the people, what do you want from me? She was telling the people stuff. She was telling them exactly what the Obamas was telling her to say. Say this, say this. These are your talking points. People saw right through it. They saw right through it. They saw right through it. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. When I went and voted, I voted in South Phoenix. And I voted at a Baptist church. Now, the reason why I went and voted I had a paper ballot. I voted at a Baptist church because I'm thinking if I go to a Republican place to vote, they might lose all of our votes. So I went to a Democratic place to cast my Republican vote. The people was in the parking lot fucking with me. When I got there, they was in the parking lot fucking with me. Lady in a white truck stopped. She said, excuse me, sir, we want a little cheat code. I'm serious. This is what she said. We want a little cheat code. Who are you voting for? I said, I'm voting for Trump, and I'm going to tell you why. And they was like, oh, shit. All them black people turned around and looked at me like, oh, shit. Dude just walked up and said he voting for Trump. Yeah. And I told him exactly why. Do you know, they try to argue, well, Kamala, she's the first black. I said, Kamala won't even admit she's black. You bring up the word black to Kamala and she's going to change the whole subject. I said, this is not about race. It's about how has your life been going for the last 4 years. Lady was in a white truck. It was all beat up. And she said, look at your truck. And I drove my Jeep. I said, look at your truck and look at my Jeep. I said, my Jeep is based on Republican policies. Your truck is based on Democratic policy. Her shit was banged the fuck up. And I told her that right in that parking lot. Look at your truck. Look at my Jeep. I said, that's the difference between Republican and Democrat. When you get your money together, you get your shit together, you live differently. You can't run around expecting, to use your skin color as a ticket to get in the door. You can't run around looking for pity and sympathy all the time because you black. You got to work. You got to get up and do something. And it was like black men, everybody was in that group. Motherfuckers just started walking off because they knew I was making sense. I was the only Republican down there in that parking lot. The only one. My vote fucking counted. I wasn't scared to speak to them people. I'm in the Baptist church parking lot talking to them. What they gonna do? Try to beat me up on the church parking lot? It's a church parking lot. It's like shit. So it's like, man. So we sat there, and by the time I finished chatting with them, they were cool. I said, I'm voting for y'all too. I said, y'all, I'm not voting against y'all. That's what y'all don't get. So y'all voting against me. I'm not voting against y'all. I'm voting because I don't want you in that beat up ass truck. I want you with money. Her wig and shit was all on sideways. I'm looking at this lady like she look crazy as a motherfucker asking me who am I voting for. I was clean shaven, clean ass fucking Jeep. I'm dressed nice. Motherfucker wig, her wig on sideways, truck all banged the fuck up. And you want to talk about who I'm voting for? You got bigger issues, lady. You got bigger fucking problems. But I left that shit alone. I'm going out there to vote to make sure you got money in the bank. I'm voting to make sure the interest rates are low enough so you can trade that piece of shit in and get something better. This lady had to be like 60, 70. And I'm like, lady, you've been through way too much in life to end your life driving to some shit like that. She's probably a good 10 to 20 years older than me. You deserve better than me, lady. I'm sorry. You deserve better. You went through way more shit than I went through. Why am I living good and you not? That's some backward shit. because Democrats don't care about how you living. I'm a Republican looking at Democrats saying, I don't like the way you living. I think you deserve more. And you ain't even voting like I'm voting. And I'm saying, I think you deserve more. Man, people, they don't get it. I'm not voting against Democrats. I'm trying to help you get somewhere. I want to see you win. I don't want to see you lose. But I'm going to tell you right now, Kamala was a losing ticket. She was a losing ticket. We already got 2 world leaders already saying we want to talk to Trump. We want to talk to him. Ain't nobody ever said they want to talk to Kamala Harris. All they're going to be doing is talking to a speech, talking to Obama's. That's all they're going to be talking to. Yeah, the bathtub greens. That shit, that's some most racist shit. Yeah, I cook greens in the bathtub. And that's what they was doing, man. It was playing on our emotions, playing on our race. And we stood up against that shit. We fought against it. And everybody who's out there who's saying, you know what, Trump's going to do, write down everything these people are saying Trump's going to do, right? I mean, get a sheet of paper, because like I said, that's why I had to bring my Facebook back up to remind all those motherfuckers what they said before the pandemic and during the pandemic. I had to remind, you know how many people deleted me just because I was right? Why would you delete me because I'm trying to help you? Why did you delete me because I'm right? Why would you delete me because I was trying to educate you on reality, not gaslight you? You deleted me because some people can't face the truth. They can't handle the truth. And I ain't done shit but bring the truth. If you can't handle it, get the fuck up out of my face then, because I'm only going to bring the truth. I'm never going to gaslight you. So when I brought my Facebook back up, mother started deleting me. Peace. See you. Because I know you full of shit. You ain't ready for the truth yet. And I ain't got nothing to bring you but the truth. That's it. And I'm not going to chain and assimilate just because somebody going to say, well, Jeff, they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the room. Get the fuck up out the kitchen. You got to move. You got to go. And I've always been like that. I've always been like that. And people know me since I was young. I've always been one who said, I don't really walk with the crowd. Can't do my own thing. But when I am doing it, I'm probably studied up. I'm researched up a little bit. And I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to chat with you about it. And I'm going to do whatever I can do to help you. Whether you agree with me or not, there's nothing I'm going to do that I feel I'm going to put you in a worse position than what you started. I'm not doing that. The way that I operate, I rarely hesitate, creating that perpetrate the state of I gotta make my situation get better. I had a Beretta and then I wrecked in that jet. I bet I will never say never, fella was always too clever to let a prison get hold of me. Community voted me, my middle school voted me, most likely to go to the top was but holding me. Down was too slow to see, the money they floated me was really not interest free. These women don't interest me, they just wanna finish me. But first let me finish these. Steak on my plate, cuz you know this rent ain't free. Don't try to hate, cuz you know that mentally destroys you, annoys you, doing just what boys do. Boy, you motherfuckers destroying my joy, dude. Out of my seat, about to destroy this beat. Let me stop, out I walk, till these souls hurt my feet, and just breathe.